Welcome to today's video. What we're going to be doing is going over like week 1 postpartum essentials for mama. So baby boy has arrived. He arrived on June 25th and he's just kind of napping right now while I'm recording this video quickly. So I am right now just at the end of my first week postpartum. So I'm going to go over what I've been using product wise and some of the ones that I've been using for myself and what I found useful. So this is my 4th little one. So I've kind of narrowed it down to keep it as minimal as possible for everything that I've been using, and we'll go ahead and get started. So I guess the first thing is we had a home birth for this one. So there wasn't really anything like that we got from like the hospital, whereas like previously with my hospital births, they would give like the mesh underwear and the pads and stuff. So there are 2 options. I have always liked the easier route, which is like Depends. So this one is the Depends for women, and it's like the small medium size, but it's a maximum absorbency. So this is like as an alternative to pads. So instead of wearing the pads, this is basically like a pull-up underwear. It works amazingly. You just toss it, dispose of it, you're done. There's no cleanup, and that way, like especially like in your first week postpartum, there's gonna be a lot of blood, a lot of discharge that's gonna be coming. So I find that's like the easiest one, instead of having to make sure you're wearing like those super gung-ho pads and stuff. So that's kind of what I prefer, is again the Depends women. I'm gonna link everything in the description below. The other option is, so my sister had given me, I had actually ordered these for her delivery, but they were like the boy shorts, which are like the Freedom Mom boy shorts. This comes as like a pack of 4, and they're basically just your regular boy shorts, and then you would put in your pad liner into that, and these are also disposable. So these are also a nice option, because you don't want to be getting all of your underwear dirty and having to worry about cleaning blood out of your underwear and things like that. So this is a great option as well if you are interested in utilizing pads for that. Then the next thing is self-care. So a couple things. One of the things that I have done this time is I have not done like a waist trimmer or like a waist cincher or anything. I found that in the past, when I have used one of those, it actually I guess it actually detriments the effects or the strength of my core, and enabling my core to regain its strength as quickly, because that kind of holds you in and helps your core and helps your back and supports you. But I find that in the long term, it doesn't allow my core and my back muscles to regain the strength naturally that it should. So what I have been doing instead this time is I have like my Lululemon pants, where they're just like the high-waisted ones. So just kind of keeping everything tucked in, because you want to keep your womb as warm as possible post-delivery. So for the first few days, what I did was I would have my Depends that I would pull up. Those were like slightly high-waisted. Then on top, this was another one that my sister had gifted me, which is the Seraphine brand, which is actually like a postpartum like underwear kind of thing, but it's high-waisted. So you can see like this is the thigh and this is where it goes up. I would pull this up on top of that. And then I actually used from the baby wrap. It had like a nice long belt, kind of nice long strap with it, which was like nice and wide. So I would just kind of wrap that around to kind of keep everything warm and cozy and compressed, but not tight, because you have to realize that once the baby comes out, all your organs are going to be reshifting, and it says it takes almost a year for everything to reshift back into its proper places. So in addition to that, I'm going to be doing another video on exercises that I've been doing in my first week that you can either do from your bed, or I will show you on a yoga mat how you can easily do these. And these are ones that are safe to be doing in your first week home. So just some simple stretches and some simple breath work. So alongside with that, That's kind of what I've been doing to kind of help bring my core and help kind of shrink everything back down together. Then prior to that, so what I have been doing is, before I have been like either wrapping or after I've come out of the shower, dry brushing. So I found in my last week, just before I delivered, I got a lot more swelling, not as much as I did with my first, but dry brushing is key. If you have not gotten a dry brush, or if you do not know what dry brushing is, it is basically you are stroking your skin and creating like a lymphatic drainage across your skin and across your body. So you're basically going to be going towards your lymph nodes and towards lymph points for this, either towards the center or towards your lymph nodes. So that way it will support the drainage. And that is your legs, starting at your toes, moving upwards in upward motions. And you're basically just stroking each section about 10 to 15 times. And if this is like your first time doing it, it may feel a little bit rough, or you might feel a little scratchiness on your skin, but that's okay. Your skin will kind of toughen up. It's great to also get rid of dead skin cells. So I normally add on some essential oils onto it. So pink pepper and geranium, or pink pepper and lavender are great to just add onto the brush and just kind of brush your skin through. Great. This is like a must need throughout pregnancy as well as postpartum. So that was something that I did daily as well, in addition to some oils that I used. So some of the oils that I used through the delivery, like through the actual labor, was lavender and clary sage. I'll share like a picture. I was just kind of just holding both these bottles up to my nose and just kind of breathing them in as baby was getting ready to come out, to help with supporting some of the pain support, as well as clary sage is great for kind of helping with contractions. So this is also a great one for postpartum, so especially during your first week. So this is one that I have then been taking with, I've just kind of emptied out some coconut oil, some extra virgin coconut oil into a little tub. I have been adding a little scoop of this after I come out of the shower, a couple drops of the clary sage, and just kind of rubbing it across my abdomen, doing a gentle massage. And that's a great support for mood postpartum, as well as to kind of help with bringing in those contractions and kind of compressing everything and bringing your uterus back down to size. So those are the two oils that I've been using on a daily basis. And again, when you have baby, try to avoid using any aromas and scents around the baby, especially for the first 6 weeks, because you want baby to basically be able to smell your milk and your own aroma for them to create that bond with you. So typically when I do this, I will do this immediately, like after I have nursed, as well as soon as I get out of the shower, when your pores are as open as possible. That's typically when I'll do that massage. If baby is waking up, then I will just do a plain coconut oil massage and not add in the oils at that time. So it's always nice to kind of just massage your abdominal area. And again, coconut oil is cooling. So if you are wanting to kind of keep that abdomen area warm, sesame oil is great, olive oil is great, jojoba is kind of neutral, but those ones are kind of the heavier warming oils that would be there to kind of help support the womb as well. So you have the kids in the background. The other items, so those are some of the oils, and then the other ones that I wanted to go over are this beautiful collection from Aroma, where they have different collections for each trimester of birth, as well as postpartum and baby wellness. So this is their postpartum collection that I have, and this is actually a brand that myself and my partner Kanchi Mehta have curated for moms, because there is nothing like this out there, and it is so beautiful and needed. So I'm gonna go through some of the oils that are coming in this collection and the ones that I've been using. So in the postpartum, there is aches and pains. Must need for every mom, because your hips, everything is kind of moving, readjusting. All your bones might be aching. This is a great one to be using there. Then we have a C-section massage. So I didn't have a C-section, but this is a great one if you have a C-section massage. I will try and do another video on how to use this correctly and how to actually start kind of massaging your C-section scar to kind of start breaking it down postpartum and when that is safe to do. Then the one that I have been using regularly is this beautiful spray bottle for perineum healing. So if you can see that, this is a great one to be basically just spritzing in the vaginal area afterwards, after you've gone to the bathroom on a regular basis. And what I like to do is I will spritz this on and then leave the vaginal area open. So either sitting on like a towel or something that is okay to kind of get dirty a little bit, but just kind of letting things air dry. And then I'll put on like the Depends and stuff. So this way it maximizes the healing as much as possible. The next one is hemorrhoids. So once you have hemorrhoids in your life, you have them for life. So this is a great one. This comes as a dropper bottle. So how I like to do it is either I will drop it directly onto my clean fingers and then kind of just dab it in that area where the hemorrhoids are, or what you can do is you can take the dropper and then add it onto, just a moment, sweetheart, add it onto a cotton pad, and then leave the cotton pad either in the area where the hemorrhoids are, or you can just kind of again dab it on and then take it off afterwards. The last two are Happy Thoughts. So this is a great one, again, postpartum, for supporting mama's mood. And this is one where you can roll it onto your wrists or onto your temples. And then the last one is More Milk. So for those breastfeeding mamas, this is a great one. Again, use them after you have nursed, because everything gets absorbed into your body. You want to basically make sure that baby is getting as much of mother's aroma as possible, and not really anything added in. So that goes for food and everything else that you're eating. If you're finding something is making baby a little bit more gassy or a little bit more irritable, just kind of be mindful of what you've eaten or what you've used that day to kind of create those changes for baby. Okay, sure.
I needed some for my son, and then we finished. Just eat more.
Okay.
Now then, one more old hope.
Sure. So this is a great one where it comes as a roller bottle, which makes it super easy to just kind of roll across. You want to make sure you don't get it in the nipple or the areola area. You want to make sure you're going above and around where like the breast goes. So basically your breasts start at like your armpits and go all the way down. But this is a great one to be just kind of rolling on a little bit. They're all diluted correctly for postpartum women to be using safely and effectively. So you're gonna just massage it on, and then what you can do is the aroma will dissipate fairly quickly because it gets metabolized through your body fairly quickly as well. So if you're going to be using it after a feed, you will see that it'll be fine before the aroma will basically be going away before the baby feeds the next time. If you're finding that you want to just take an extra precaution or anything, you can just take like a warm damp cloth and just kind of run it across your chest and wipe down anything that might be there. And that's kind of where, when you're using nipple creams or coconut oil or your own breast milk to kind of just lubricate the nipple to kind of keep it moist and massage and maybe heal some of those cracks that are there, that's kind of where the same thing would be with like these oils. However, these essential oils that we're using are all organic, all natural, and they are safe for ingestion as well, but we don't want baby really ingesting anything. That's why make sure you're avoiding your nipples and your areola when you're applying the More Milk blend. So that is, I will also put like a link in the description on how to be able to access the Aroma collections that we have. You can buy individual bottles as well as the sets. So I definitely recommend, if you are wanting to gift this to someone else, it's the most beautiful gift, as well as to be using basically on yourself if you're a new mom. So it's a great way to do that. When I go over a baby video that I'll be doing coming up soon, that one I'll go over the baby collection, the baby wellness collection, because that is a beautiful collection too. Then now sticking with the breast topic. So this has been one that I had kind of seen on Instagram quite a bit, the Haka. So I figured I would give it a try because I know with my son, whenever you're feeding on one side, the other side is constantly dripping, the letdown is happening. Whereas with my twins, it was equal, so I didn't really have to worry about that. So I figured I would try this. So I like it and then I don't like it. There are pros and cons for it. So you can, so the one that I had ordered is basically one collection cup and then one like pump option. So the pump option with that, the pump option is one that I am getting used to, but it's not really my favorite. I probably wouldn't use this as like a standalone pump because I find it's just, sometimes it's a little bit painful and the suction can be a little hard depending on how you're doing it. So this is basically, you can see I've used it. So this is basically the collection one where you put your nipple in here and it fits really nicely up against your breast. And basically if you're wearing a bra, it'll fit into your bra. Or if you're wearing like a nursing tank or anything, it fits so nice, super squeezy, super gentle. And then when you're taking it out, it has like the little suction at the top to get it washed and cleaned. And then it has a little, 4 little legs at the bottom where it kind of stands up. So it's nice so that once you've collected it, it will, you can put it at the side. And then what I typically do is then I will pour it into here, let this kind of fill up a little bit and then transfer it into like a bottle or a freezer bag and freeze it that way. So this is also the other option where you can place this on your breast, squeeze it at the bottom where it will be more of like a pump type where it like suctions. This, I have not quite figured out completely how to use it as a pump where it's not as painful, because when you're squeezing the bottom, you're basically creating, or you already have that suction created against your breast, and then you're squeezing it. And I find that that's just sometimes a little too painful for me to be using. So I will use this where I'll gently create a little bit of suction and use it to catch like the letdown and kind of pull a little bit more. But otherwise, this is the one that I love. So you have the option, there are a couple different options to purchase where you can either buy like 2 of the collectors or the pump, or they're different sets. So I'll link a couple of options for you below, and then it gives like the instructions on the side. So this, I would say the collector is a must need because you want to save all that precious milk for yourself, either to massage onto your body, it's like liquid gold, or massaging onto baby's skin if you're not going to be feeding it to baby, or you can give it to get made into breast milk jewelry as like a memorabilia. So it's amazing that way. The option that I like, if you're looking for like a hand pump, is one that I have used, is the Medela Harmony. This is the one that I absolutely love. It's like a hand pump. If you're wanting something that's like a hand pump for the other side to express more if you are going to be pumping. Other than that, I love like the Medela Freestyle as like an electric dual pump, which I don't have with me right now, but I do have one of those. But for this pregnancy, or for this baby, I'm not planning on expressing any more milk, because I found I ended up with so much milk for my other kids that I just ended up donating it all. That it's great that it was able to bless another baby and another mom, but it's also very time consuming and very engorging, because your breasts never really fully regulate to your baby's needs. They're always kind of overproducing all the time. So I hope this video helped. Like, subscribe to the channel. We will be putting up more videos for different products that I'm using throughout the baby as the baby gets a little bit older, and for my other kids. And I will be doing a postpartum exercise video each week as I'm progressing and strengthening my body to support myself and baby. Thank you.